So, can you imagine a single social media post that could literally upend global trade? Well, that's the kind of high-stakes threat we're diving into today. A huge geopolitical power play that could have massive, and I mean massive, consequences for the entire world.
Just let that sink in for a second. You're running a business, you've got employees, you've got orders, and then one post, one single threat from halfway around the world could wipe out your entire business. That's the reality facing companies all across the global south. It makes a really abstract economic threat feel incredibly personal.
And that's why they're calling this the nuclear option of a trade dispute. It's a move so powerful, so extreme, it's designed to just force the other side to back down, period. So let's break down what it really means.
Okay, so first things first, what is this so-called nuclear option? We need to define the 100% tariff threat that's at the very center of this whole thing.
And this is the number, 100%. The sheer scale of that number tells you right away that this is not a normal negotiation tactic. This is something else entirely.
So here's the crucial point. A 100% tariff isn't just another tax. It's a shutdown. It means a product that you imported for $10 yesterday would cost $20 today. For pretty much any business, that's not just losing your profit, that's a complete wipeout. It basically just slams the door shut on trade with that country.
All right, so you've got to be asking, why would anyone even think of threatening something so drastic? Well, to understand that, we have to look at this from the sucker nation viewpoint that's really driving the whole conversation.
And this is the core justification, right here. The whole argument, at least from the people who support the tariff, is that the United States is being taken advantage of in the global market. The idea is that a dramatic, really powerful action is the only thing that can reset the balance. So if you dig into that sucker nation idea, the thinking kind of goes like this. Other countries are playing games, manipulating their currencies to get an unfair advantage. So this tariff has three big goals. First, punish them for it. Second, force them to ditch competing economic alliances like BRICS. And third, bring manufacturing jobs back home. And let's be clear, the ambition here is absolutely huge. We're not talking about just tweaking trade balances. No, according to this perspective, the ultimate win would be the total collapse of BRICS as a rival economic bloc. It's about reestablishing the absolute dominance of the US dollar.
But, okay, what does this all look like from the other side? For the BRICS nations actually being targeted, we're talking Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, this threat creates one heck of a dilemma. Really put yourself in their shoes. It's a critical choice. Do you back down to protect your economy right now? Or do you resist, and maybe even speed up your move away from the whole US-led system? There's definitely no easy answer. And here's the rub. Here's the really tough part of that choice. Even with all the talk about moving away from the dollar, a lot of these economies are just so deeply tied to it. Think about it. Global oil markets are priced in dollars. International debts have to be paid in dollars. Cutting themselves off isn't just hard. For some, it might be flat out impossible. So what all of this does is it sets the stage for a massive geopolitical standoff. It's basically a high-stakes game of chicken between global markets and, well, national wallets.
This metaphor just hits the nail on the head. In a normal game of chicken, you hope the other guy swerves. But here, a collision would be mutually destructive. Both sides would shatter. It makes any kind of bluff incredibly, incredibly risky. So what does each side bring to this showdown? Well, the US has the ultimate trump card, access to its giant consumer market. That's immense leverage. But playing that card isn't free. It could mean higher prices for American consumers. On the other side, the BRICS nations have what you could call their weaponized wallet, their combined economic power, and their control over a lot of key global resources.
And that really brings us to the final, crucial question here. When the potential for both sides to get completely wrecked is this high, when both cars are made of glass, is there really such a thing as a winner? Or, maybe, is the only winning move to not play the game at all? That is definitely something for the markets and for all of us to think about.